A couple member here. Carl will be a very big kill if they want to go for him. They can see the courier is on its way. Nightfall jumps in. Carl, there's the Doom coming on, but it's going to cost him the Poison Nova. The Finger is there to finish him off as well, as Nightfall is going to get RP'd in turn. Cuckoo finds that kill himself, so it's a 1-for-1 with Save being the second now in favor of T1. It's a really good turnaround with these TPs. With the Empower on the other.
T1, I think that he's probably going to, on 23 Savage, eventually get a Rapier, and with that timing, there is going to be very little that VP can do. Other
got
than
a 4-man smoke, a 3-man smoke here from VP. They want to defend this Roshan. DM's getting caught out for now. Spirit Vessel's applied to him. As the X. Oh, the instant Hex on a Cuckoo. Very nicely done as Whitemon's taking a ton of damage from afar. GPK doing work. Nightfall jumps in. You can see the Global Silence into the Doom, onto the Magnus. And that is going to be the first kill in this fight for VP. A big, big one. He does have buyback, though, so if they overextend, they can definitely get back into this fight.
That trap is just out of range of this Sentry Ward. So T1 doesn't realize, but VP, they know the exact status of Roshan as that's happening. There's no way they can get away with that. Which is exactly why VP is smoking.
Yep, they have smoke. Of course, Global Silence and Doom are down, but they know that Magnus is dead for another 15 seconds, so perhaps they can get a pick off before he respawns. 23 Savage.
Really important kill.
Oh, Zephyr, yep. The instant Hex into the Disabled. The double stun. He actually jumps into it with a PA. 23 Savage pops the BKB, though, and blows up Save with the coup de grace. Now he's just getting pounded in by TA. Jumped on the other side. We see a Winter's Curse delaying the fight, so 23 Savage can actually get some damage here. Poison Nova from Carl onto DM, who's now in the trees here, completely surrounded by the PA, getting pounded. A nice cold embrace, but there's the skewer into the double RP from Cuckoo. Shockwave to follow. Double kill on 23 Savage as T1 are masterful in these fights. 23 Savage might finally tick down, but it cost him the entirety of VP. And Roche is still at half HP, and despite not having the PA, see if they can finish it off themselves or have to wait for him in the end. Now, that is pretty big.
Pretty dank with the Aghanim Scepter.
Absolutely.
Insta-burst.
There's no Global Silence for a bit here, so T1 should feel relatively safe. Another 45 seconds for that to come up. Tidal Wave again coming. This is such an annoying spell. Of course, Boat has such a low cooldown. It can spend that at basically any point. But we can see the Centaur start things out, and there's the BKB jumping from 23 Savage. The death of Kingslayer buys back into the game, though. And now the Boat coming in. Look at these side blades from GPK off of the Plague Words, like you said earlier. They might be able to steal this. GPK now in the pit. Whitemon trying to get in there as well. Cuckoo misses the skewer, though. Roshan is snatched. GPK takes it for himself. 23 Savage now trying to get out. Gets Doom, but it's a Lotus Orb Doom. So that's two targets that can't do anything now. All right, Cold Embrace applied to 23 Savage. Now the Curse applied as well as TA is just beating the crap. That's going to be a dieback onto Kingslayer. Now the chase is onto 23 Savage, but the Doom has finally run out. And now he's going to jump in and absolutely blow up everybody. GPK does get up the refraction. Finally, the Aegis is popped. Nightfall in the triangle. Looks like it's going to be 5, but GPK is completely surrounded. Double kill for 23 Savage. So VP, they get the Aegis. T1 gets the Roche, technically. And it was only... Blur has a much lower cooldown. You can instantly cast it. It'll give you a basic Dispel, but of course you can't use it when silenced.
0.5 seconds of Vanish, which is enough to cast the Phantom Strike away, and enough for Cuckoo to also put the Lotus Orb on.
And then kind of the... well, I was going to say coup de grace, but that wouldn't really make sense. Oh, we're going to have to hold up to that thought here. As Gale will connect on the Nightfall, has to pop his BKB pretty early. Ooh, Lotus Orb. He pumped the Doom, but there's the Winter's Curse. GPK is beating the absolute crap again out of him. There's the Global Silence to follow. Nightfall can't get off his Doom in time. Ends up dropping, but there's the RP. It's only going to connect on the one, though. It's Kingslayer getting chased by 23 Savage. He now wants to focus on GPK with the Spirit Vessel applied right now. Arctic Burn as well, so no refraction for you. GPK gets Yules right outside his base. And it looks like he's going to be brought down in the end. Triple kill for 23 Savage. He has entered beast mode. I mean, they played that against the Doom perfectly well. GG is called. Wow. Awesome game.
T1 is looking mega scary, dude.
Both teams.
Yeah.
It's not really going to come online until the 20-minute mark, but it seems to be close. Actually, no, he's going to be a little bit late on that. It might be like 23 minutes. Whitemon getting caught out here to start things out. Carl applying the pressure with the break in the Nether Toxin. Really not going to do that much, though, because the Radiant's just going to work here. Glimpse back onto Cuckoo. Now going for him alone. Zephyr Taking some damage from Save in the meantime, but we're going to lose the Disruptor, so it's a 1-for-1 to start this fight. And GPK kind of stuck in the trees here. He's going to get called. Carl, nice heal from the Infest into the chop before the borrowed time actually comes through. GPK still with the BKB. And another kill for Cuckoo. So who cares about this shard build as long as you can chop kids down? That went through the borrowed time. Very nicely done.
Yeah, it just comes back to that 117 every single time. You have to mention it.
Cuckoo is infested right now, so this will be an aggressive infest. Oh, DM might be the target here. They don't have vision though. Cuckoo, oh, he's gonna find Lena, but the big Yule's just in time for the Chaotic Offering to follow to get that tidal wave off, but the choppity chop is enough for GPK to find his way to the grave. Does have buyback, will expend it. Nightfall still with that Radiance. His DM is just getting kited from afar. You can see the Static Storm kinetic field just to try to separate this fight a bit. But look at this Abaddon. Pops that Manta style. Big call onto 3. This will be a dieback onto GPK. And VP are crumbling. T1 lose their axe, but that's about it for now. But look at Save. He's doing a ton of damage with that impetus. Carl, he'll drops from afar. But now he has to worry about 23 Savage. Historically speaking, pretty good against the Enchantress. Pops the Rage to dispel that glimpse. Now the right clicks have cometh into the Impale. And another kill for 23 Savage. Great fight from T1. Dieback, GPK.
That was beautiful. Like what Cuckoo did there, first initiation on Lena, even though he got to the...
Just trying to buy time and prevent a TP potentially. As
there is attack speed.
Here.
Let's see how it matches Enchantress.
Yeah,
untouchable.
I don't know about that one. As Zephyr,
he's trying.
Yeah, DM is super dead. Just finds the... oh, all right.
That's after
Carl's
Viper showed up.
Yeah.
So it doesn't Warlock, as you suggested.
Yeah, see the Torrent defense potential here. Zephyr not burrowed, so he's not getting that damage reduction, but there he goes inside the ground where he belongs. Cuckoo jumps in. Boom! GPK is gone. Just like that. Does have buyback, though. Will expend it.
1, 2, 3 buybacks.
Yep, Nightfall. Getting pressured now by the Lifesteal. LSA is not going to connect. See the tidal wave come through as well. The Impale from across the freaking map. Nightfall just trying to get out. Does not want to use that ult. Look how slow he is. The upheaval is insane. We see the gem on the ground right now, so that's going to be a Rax in the mid lanes. We see a reaction from a player for some reason. Yes, he did it! This is where they turn it around. Nightfall with the Echo Saber. How can you counter this? That is the question, my friends. Impale from global range, that might have something to do with it, though. That's a pretty good counter, I think. Nightfall gets off the Aphotic Shield. They have to give him the second rack at the very least, but 23 Savage, right-clicking with that Ghoul Frenzy. Nightfall pops the BKB. You can see Whitemon gets off that Chaotic Offering with that Refresher Shard. Static Storm is applied, but really nobody of use inside here. They're just back in the fountain. The Infest, again, used to heal. GPK pops the BKB. Save. Yeah, 23 Savage doesn't want to go for it.
They need to like glimpse or X-Mark the tidal wave.
Oh, they got the Viper thanks to the Echo Saber. The slow is huge, Lacoste. Don't forget the Echo Saber. Kingslayer gets out with just a sliver of HP. The Laguna Blade finally takes care of this Aegis. Okay. Now the LSA is going to not hit, but the Basher is there. Savage does have the Infest in 20 seconds. GPK gets found by Zephyr, and back in the ground he goes. Echo Saber going to work again with the Illusions. They'll find another support hero, but double buyback, making a triple buyback from T1. 23 Savage is left all alone right now. The Echo Saber, it's working, but a big call from the other side into the choppity chop. 23 Savage gets a yet another kill for himself. He is healing up to a high degree. GGs are called. The Echo Saber, maybe if it was picked up 20 minutes ago, would have been enough. Look at that. Game 5, man. Yeah.
This is what we expected, and this is what we're gonna get. Game number 5. These two teams, they've been amazing throughout this whole tournament, and
counters the Void. If you don't lose the ult, and also in the late game, the ult such a low cooldown. Oh, okay, Cuckoo makes a rotation.
GK, yeah, see the Spiraling doing so much damage. Fate's Edict not enough, and now the Impale from Zephyr into the split Earth. So nice turnaround here for T1 as you see Cuckoo making the transition, and this is where the hero starts to be a bit of trouble to deal with. We have the Aghanim Scepter Burrow, just like every other game on Nyx Assassin. First item, brown boots.
Okay, now you need the shard.
Yeah, we have a 9-man smoke overall. Nightfall the only one. Of course, he has that second life to work with. Zephyr burrowed up. No vision showing him right now, but double Impale. All right, into the Chaotic Offering, using most of their resources on the save, who's already only at half HP, and here comes the Cataclysm. Flashback gets the Yules off to save himself. The Chronosphere is going to clip too, and it's the two supports. Very important to kill that Oracle, but both will buy back into the game. Now Carl trying to get out of this, but looks like he's going to fall here, but a nice split Earth comes out. Ends up saving him in the end, and VP have to run, despite Zephyr being completely out of mana. Too big, I mean, again, it's on the supports, but the Oracle is by far the most important person to kill, I think, in these fights. All right, if we're gonna get more Nyx Assassin Ags upcoming for TI, let's get a little bit more polygons added to this thing, all right? That thing looks like
we could use a couple more. It looks like a pile of dung.
Yeah, it's quite bad. 23 Savage now going for Roche though. You can see the spirits coming out. Try to get some vision here. Yeah, they just don't do it fast enough, but this is looking a lot like game, was it 1? Where we had a little bit of a stall here as we see the side cam onto Zephyr. Very important, Impale is going to connect. All right, the Mana Burn doing quite a bit. Nightfall going to get purged off. He's ready to go back in again. Keep an eye on those polygons on the bottom of your screen as Roshan's getting quite low. Cuckoo can go in and out of the pit, no problem. It's another aspect that we didn't really talk about. Splitter's going to connect again. This time they're going to go on save. BKB popped by 23 Savage. That is going to be enough to take out the support, and they know he does not have buyback. And now the pressure being applied to the Wraith King. He's going to go down, but that is the first life. I believe he does have Shard. Chronosphere just to ensure that they get this Roshan. Looks like Savage gets the snatch, so the actual Roshan ended up going to VP, but the Chaotic Offering now used in retreat here as VP attempting to get out. Deafening blast applied there, but Nightfall completely surrounded and will finally be brought down. Didn't even have his Radiance on, by the way. Just trying to dodge that Spike Carapace, but interesting choice there. Either way, T1, very nice play overall. Enable it.
It's not reliable is the issue. If they can get Lion on top of somebody where he doesn't just immediately die, then it's going to be a lot of damage.
Off the Nightfall, Zephyr not going to be able to hit the Impale there, but you can see the army of spiders are here. And the Mana Burn, again, not going to really matter too much in terms of the second life for Nightfall because of the Shard, but still pretty annoying that he can't stun anybody.
Zephyr's taking literally 0 damage.
I mean, it's percentage heal versus percentage damage. Which one in the end? Cataclysm combo, it's a double! It's not even that much damage though now. 23 Savage gets off the Chronosphere. Gonna focus on the Invoker, but there's the false promise that you talked about. Trying to do the damage through that with the Impale to follow. The burrowed Nyx is available still, getting those burrows or the stuns constantly as we have the Chakram. Nice Impale again from Zephyr, saving his teammate, but it looks like the Lex will finally be bursted down. Chaotic Offering was never used. They actually took out the Warlock immediately as Save getting right-clicked now with Cuckoo's ult as well, and Kingslayer in the trees. Double kill for Cuckoo. T1.
Oh, there's a gem too. That's a big deal because that's exactly how they're going to scout the Nyx in these fights, so...
Well, who knew that
Broodmother would counter? That's so strange.
That is such a random thing as T1 very close to winning this tournament in this best of 5, game 5. They get that mid racks. Invoker's dead for 45 seconds, so this, I would think, is minimum 2 racks. Of course, the tier 2 still up top in that bottom lane. Oh, 3 heroes! Save takes a tumble, a big Impale, only connecting on 1, maybe not so big after all, but there's the save onto DM. He can go back to base, but now the pressure is onto the Wraith King. That is the first life to come, but 23 Savage wants to go for the support, doesn't get into the fountain though. Completely surrounding Wraith King. 3 dead. T1 look to be winning this in great fashion. Fortification is popped. They want to play it safe considering they don't know the buyback situation potentially here. You can see T1 finally not smiling, even though I love it. They're taking this very seriously, Jenkins.
Yeah, for once.
And they're going to take this center racks in the top, and now they go for throne potentially because that tier 2 is not available for the taking. Zephyr just setting up his base here inside the VP base. He's going to spike Carapace, which stuns through that EMP. They're just going to focus on the buildings, of course, with this Diabolic eating 60 seconds of no Wraith King. He's just going to walk right in. Oh, he gets hexed, though. Has to be careful. Cataclysm to follow, but a nice Yule Scepter. We use that Yule Scepter, actually. What in the, that's a Wind Waker. Are you serious? I was going to say, we finally get to see it. As this tier 4 tower looked to be falling, you see the Time Walk reverse from 23 Savage, and it looks like T1 are going to be taking this game before Wraith King can even respawn. T1 looking so good. Another Cataclysm, but that one actually did decent damage. But it is over. T1 are your ESL 1 Summer 2021 Grand Champions. Jenkins.
Yeah, they're a few $100,000 richer now.
Yeah.
And good lord, good Gaben, did they deserve it?
Good Gaben. Yeah, they get 175,000.